Man, we are live.
Hey, we are live, just like I thrive in this live. Anyway, welcome back, people, newcomers, Holy Duo Nation. We're back with another live stream, man. We have some interesting topics for you guys, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new because it's free content, man. Hang out with us. Throw your comments in the chat. Also, throw it down below if you're watching the playback. It's your man at the Ed.
Hey, it's dialogue, folks. Welcome.
Yes, man. We got Yudi. If you guys don't know Yudi, he's a YouTuber that helps people find out if the person that they're with are good or bad in the relationship. So we're going to check out Yudi, and we're going to have another topic from whatever podcast with a P star or a corn star. We'll dive into that once we get there. And then we got Ruslan, KD,
Yep.
and Area 51. So we're gonna dive into that. Have some speculation and some story time about that. So we're gonna see what they say and see all that information. Man, y'all know what to do. Let's get started.
Hey, man. Ruslan is also streaming right now, so we're competing with Ruslan.
I know.
We're
Ruslan
taking
is on.
all his videos,
He's always
his viewers.
he's always on, man. He's on every day.
Yeah. We're
Always
stealing
on.
all your viewers, Ruslan. What up?
Roosley.
Rusly? Oh, my gosh. All
Yeah.
right, let me go ahead and switch this over so you can see.
Mm.
Can you see my the capture?
Yep. I can see. I gotta zoom in, but yeah, I can see.
Very nice. Oh, you have
All
to zoom
right.
in?
I had to zoom in. Yeah. It doesn't let me click onto the video.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little wild, but
Yeah. It's
yeah.
different.
Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's play this.
All right.
Hi, I'm Giselle.
I'm TC.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Oh, it's on
What's
mute for me, bro. I can't hear it.
Man, this is BS. All right.
That's one thing we forgot to
Discord.
test.
Yeah, Discord.
Okay, Discord. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll pull up Discord. All right. Hopefully it don't cheese us, man. Hopefully it don't cheese us. All right. All right.
Can you mute your mic over there?
Oh yeah.
You good? Let me know if you can hear it.
Try it.
Guys and girls in this test were simply
Yeah.
told that they would be on a speed date. They had no idea of our ongoing
Yes.
experiment.
So what are you looking for in love?
I think right now, just like kind of casual, really open to anything. I'm not looking for anything like specific, but yeah. How about you?
I'm looking for like more like on the business side or like
Huh?
Are there times
Yeah,
when
that
you would
dude
love to
is,
have another address
what are
or
you
phone
talking
number to
about?
use
He's a
instead
little
of your
bit
home
confused.
address and
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
going on date.
What he mean more on a business side, bro? What is a relationship to you?
I
This
don't know, man.
guy, I quite
Yeah. Are you very confused?
Hey,
Are you very confused?
what he mean on the business side? What, man? All
I'm
right.
lost, man. And this is the guy who's gonna decide if this girl is what? If she is a gold digger or not? Man, guys like this, man. Guys like this. All right.
Yeah.
It's whenever like we're not so busy and stuff. More like a business person.
So you think a relationship should be like a business?
Yeah, like a business. Like we just grow, you know?
Like OnlyFans business?
Like an OnlyFans business?
No. Not at all.
So very like transactional, you think?
Yeah. Like you gotta have a career, like something you love besides OnlyFans.
So you're like a 50-50 kind of guy?
Yeah.
What's like your kind of girl, or like what's your type?
My type is you.
Okay, so the type of girl you're looking for right now, like what do you want her to bring to the table?
I don't really care about looks because a lot of girls like have BBLs and stuff and like so what do you like to do like daily?
I like to go out, have fun with my friends. I like clubbing a lot. How
Hold
about
on.
you?
I film like every
Hold
day.
on, bro.
Yeah.
What is this guy talking about?
I don't know, man. I don't know where they find
You
these
don't
people.
care. You don't care about looks. Man, this guy gotta be. I don't know what's up with him, dog. What do you mean you don't care about looks? Why are you lying?
Look at him, man. Look at him.
What is going on with him? Like, hey, we don't know what he hit before he got on this show. He probably done hit some stuff that just totally wiped him out. That's not him. That's AI.
You know, he's probably like, oh yeah, maybe I could just say some stuff and maybe we could go home and then I could smash real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
That's how these dudes out here act, man. They will say whatever they can.
Because look, he just said he don't like the OnlyFans joint, and I think she's pretending like she does OnlyFans or whatever, or maybe, perhaps. And he's like, well, it's about business. But then it's not. But then he's not looking for looks, or he don't care about the looks. I don't know. Hey, I guess we gotta watch more to figure this out because this is crazy.
My friends like make content and stuff just for fun and
What kind of like content do you make?
casual content. Like
How many followers do you have?
How many like followers do you guys have?
I don't really care about followers. I got like 15,000 followers.
Oh wow, so you must make a lot of money then.
I mean, I feel like that still makes like a lot of money. Like you must make a lot of money, right?
Not a lot of money, but I do make money.
I like your shoes.
Oh, thank you. I like yours too.
Oh, thanks. My ex got them for me. I hate to be my ex, but I got a lot of gifts from him, and that like made me really happy.
I'm the type of person to just give you flowers.
Flowers die though. If we were dating, would you get me like a purse?
I bought my ex a car one time, but I regret it. So.
Whoa.
I would like a car.
Of course.
A car is a great gift. I would appreciate a car.
Yeah, but
I would
crazy?
really do if you got me.
it's expensive, you know. So
What kind of car was it?
a yellow Camaro.
Oh, that's nice. I would like a Mercedes.
I'm definitely like a Mercedes girl. If you ever want to get me a car, like keep that in mind.
What's the craziest thing you guys have done?
Me call a girl a bitch.
This guy is lying about something. That's the craziest thing he's done. It's called girl the B word.
Man, I don't know, man, if this guy's levels or not.
Some ain't right. Some is not right. Some is
Oh.
not right. I'm calling it right now. This is a lie.
This guy, yeah, he lying about something. He said because the big lie talking about he don't care about looks. He care about looks, bro. I don't care what you say, man. You care about looks. If you really don't care about looks, I want you to date a girl that look like Smeagol, and tell me if you don't care about looks. Yeah. Prove it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Prove it. Yeah.
Prove that.
Yep.
Fuck you, bitch.
Damn.
I didn't want to do it, but I had to.
I hooked up with my friend's boyfriend.
I mean, I like cheated on someone once, but they deserved it. So that was like.
But that's like normal in a relationship, though.
Do you think that's normal in a relationship?
Not like normal, but like nowadays, you know, the new generation.
Yeah, I hooked up with like my friend's boyfriend because he liked me more, and then it was a mess. It gets messy, but it's part of life, you know?
Yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on body count?
To be honest with you, the past is the past. I
Yeah.
don't really care.
Honestly,
The
I
past
stopped
is-
counting after like 50, but
You have 50 bodies?
that I remember.
Ooh,
How many do you have?
probably like 6.
Oh. But the past is the past. But the past is the past. You just said the past.
I know, but damn, I was not expecting 50.
It was a
Like,
phase.
fuck. Shit.
It was a phase in LA. Like, come on.
This guy
Stuff
is a
happens.
liar,
Wait,
bro.
so how old are you?
Yeah, he's tripping.
I'm 24.
Yeah.
How old are you?
24.
He said he was not expecting 50. Hey, listen, you just said it don't matter. He just, bro, he's just saying what everybody want to hear or something like that. He not saying what he really feel, man.
That's exactly what he's doing, bro.
Because he said looks don't matter to him when we know that's a doggone lie. Come on, bro.
Hey
Man, let's just let him finish his whole
Hey,
thing
man.
before.
You know, how many bodies do you want your wife to have? You know, it doesn't matter as long as her heart's changed.
Well, she has 60. 60?
Huh? Huh?
What? I wasn't expecting all that. What were you expecting?
Oh, okay. Maybe you'll reach like the double digits by 25.
I'm looking for like more like a wifey material. Yeah.
I think like as long as you're not like in contact with the people you've hooked up with, like
Yeah,
it's like,
exes.
you know,
not
it happened in the
exes.
past.
I only talked to like one of my exes.
I only talked to like one of my exes, but he's more like a brother to me now.
How long does it take you to dial in?
Oh, I want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah, bro.
I want to hear what this because
So do
he's just
I.
lying.
Damn.
Okay.
It's like, fuck, okay. Shit.
Yeah. How about you? Are you still in contact
No,
with any?
I D&D, phone number changed, everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I just try to just move on with life.
What are your guys' thoughts on cheating?
On cheating? I think, well, like you said, that was normal, right?
It's normal in a relationship, but like, why you want to cheat?
Probably because like the other person isn't fulfilling you. But
Yeah,
it's like you can just say
you would
that.
have to just say that.
Hold on, I'm confused. Because when he said cheating is normal in a relationship, he said that
Yeah.
pretty confidently.
So I just he's not saying the way he's wording it is not correct in how and what side he wants to represent. Like he should have said something like, you know, now unfortunately nowadays cheating is normal, but or something like distinct, make it distinct to which side you're on instead of being like, well, cheating is normal. Well, are you for it or against it?
He's for it, man, but he's against it. But like, why would you want to cheat? But he's for it though. But why would you want to cheat? This has got to be like, if these are the kind of guys that girls meet out there, I am not. Oh man.
No wonder why guys getting played and everything is just disastrous. Bro.
Yeah. Right? 'Cause what? Yeah, man, right? Put yourself in a girl's shoe and think about meeting this dude on a blind date.
You playing him.
Oh my gosh.
He's an easy what they call it, easy bag or something. They have all kinds of references for these tactics. Hey, that's the steal, that's the the trick, got.
Yeah.
If you don't say it and then you cheat, it's like, okay, like she's a hoe.
I mean, I've only cheated like when they've made me cheat. I will. It wasn't a big thing to me. How's like your relationship like with your family?
My family love me. They watch everything I do on social media.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't really talk to. Well, I only really talk to my brother, but my parents cut me off.
Oh.
Yeah, because they found out I was doing OnlyFans for a bit, and they like lost.
Oh, so you one of those?
Is that a problem?
No, but I didn't know you was doing OnlyFans. But you kind of like get the little.
I was
red
though.
flag.
Not anymore, but I did get like a sugar daddy. Why are you so serious? I feel like you're so reserved.
I am
ask
because
me,
I'm
ask me
straightforward.
some stuff.
I'm
Ask me some
straightforward.
stuff.
That's the thing. Like, do you like to cook?
Yeah, I do.
What is your favorite food to cook?
I like making enchiladas.
Ooh, that sounds bomb.
I cook a lot of Mexican food because I'm Mexican, so like chilaquiles, enchiladas, those are kind of like my main things.
You into horoscopes?
I am, yeah.
What month are you born?
In June. I'm a Gemini.
Oh,
What are you?
I'm a Scorpio.
So do you check like if you're like compatible? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Andrew asked him when's the last time they hooked up with someone.
Do you guys like having fun? When was the last time you guys hooked up with somebody?
Like me recently, like nah. I've been working a lot. I haven't done anything.
Mine was this past weekend.
Okay, that's the date. We're gonna get you guys final thoughts.
Okay, cool.
My final thoughts is she's like honest, straightforward person. She's not like BBL, big booty bitch. She's not none of that. She's a normal person. Actually, there's a red flag. There's a red flag, okay. She's still gonna be doing OnlyFans. It was bugging me a little bit.
I knew that was gonna be the one that got him. I knew it.
Is there anything that, besides the OnlyFans, that you consider like a red flag?
No.
That was maybe your advice on the rest.
Yeah, she gonna cheat on you, doggy.
Yo, I'm about to cut your reaction and make it something that we like play when something sounds crazy. You are just like, what? That's exactly how I felt watching this video, man. I was like, wait, huh? Am I supposed to be like drinking alcohol or something?
All the answers she gave you, except for the enchilada joint.
Yeah.
Shoot, even with that one, you going to the bathroom. But still.
He saved her with that question too, and then he's gonna talk about some. There's no red. Let me just keep playing the video because obviously
Well,
we're
man,
missing
It's
something.
all good.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All right, well, on this piece of paper, write yes or no if you can see yourself pursuing a relationship with her. Is she
Oh, Lord.
wife material?
This guy is wildin'. Oh Lord. Oh. Oh my God.
She
Yo.
told me that she had 50 bodies and stuff like, that's respectable.
I did not expect that. I thought at least like the cheating,
Ah!
like hooking up with your friend's boyfriend. Like there was so many.
Is that like wife material? Because you see yourself marrying her?
Yeah, but she just gotta forget about the past.
Oh, I guess guys are pretty understanding.
She probably put no, huh?
That's gonna be embarrassing if she just put an N-O.
All those red flags seems pretty green to TC. Let's see how they look to Clinton,
That's
though.
crazy.
By the way, we did
Yeah, bro.
complain to every guy. Stick around to the end to see that reveal.
So I'm just gonna fast forward to
Remember
the end of the
Sabbath
next
day
guy.
to keep
All right,
it
because
holy.
this
It's
is
not
gonna get
exactly
pretty long.
obvious to me that I know.
How are you doing today? I'm good. Already friends are, and like I did have like a friend. I kind of like, well, he did her dirty. Yeah.
So you hooked up.
But yeah, and then like.
Why
she
you
found
talking
out
all the
and
way?
was
Hold on,
like,
wait,
"He
pause real
betrayed me," and
quick.
I was like,
I could tell this guy trying to like act like he's smooth and do it. He talking way too soft, man. I see then. Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, he trying to act way too smooth, man. He talking too soft, man. He's thirsty.
You think he's thirsty?
A little bit, just off of a little snippet. I might be way off, but just how he's talking soft and nah, I don't know what he's trying to do.
Hey man, you probably right, bro. You probably right.
don't lose a friend over like a boy, you know?
Okay, that's the end of the date. We're gonna get you guys' final thoughts.
Okay. All right. Lovely talking to you again.
Likewise.
Nah, bro.
Hey.
She's very pretty. So, everybody in LA is pretty, right? So that doesn't really move me as much. But she definitely said some things that that was a couple red flags. There was some things that were like definitely like, yo, that's kind of crazy.
Okay, so on this piece of paper, write yes or no if you can see yourself pursuing a relationship with her. Is she wife material?
Oh, he's probably gonna say no.
At least you didn't have to think about it that much.
But he's writing a lot. What is he writing?
All right, that's more than 3 words, or 2 letters.
Okay. Dun dun dun.
Absolutely.
Based on what I've heard, she has a lot of depth to her, like I said.
Honestly, I'm very
Nah,
happy to say
nah,
that,
they
because I thought they were
thirsty.
all gonna say no.
If a guy told you that he cheated, would you put up with it?
I would not even care what his excuse was. I'd be like, no, yeah, I'm not ever dating a cheater.
She showed some flaws, and like, we're all human beings, and like we all are flawed. It made me feel like I could trust her.
And with that, 2 boys down, 1
Hold
to
on.
go. If there were
Pause real quick, please.
Yes.
Ross said he's okay with her cheating because he wants to cheat too. Hey,
Yeah.
probably he just probably trying to. Now that we seen 2, I think they just want to be like, okay, let me get something in the meantime until I get the next one.
That's right. That's exactly what's going on. It can't be possible for you to say that someone is wife material and then that means that you just want to smash.
You just want to smash, bro. She told you she had 50 bodies
50.
and that she cheated on all or most. Come on, man. Come on, doggy.
I don't know.
Was that the last guy?
No, that was not the last guy.
Oh.
This is the last guy.
Okay, let's see what he says.
All right.
Cause we know her script already. We know the script. She cheated.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Cool. Well, nice seeing you again.
She's cool. She's interesting. I feel like
So Yudi actually brought this guy on. He was hoping that he would have some sense because he knows this guy. He was hoping that he would have some sense and be like, this and this and this. And his answer was actually pretty surprising.
expects a lot, like a lot.
Yeah, I seen him on the video.
Because she was like, oh, I expect the guys to pay my bills, buy me stuff. It's not really
what I'm looking for, you know? Everybody should be paying their own bills. Like, that's just how it is. I don't think there would be like a second date though.
Anything you're concerned about with her? Or?
Well, you know, she cheated in the past, and there's that saying, once a cheater, always a cheater, so it's kind of like big red flag, you know?
Elias is on his path to redeeming the boys. All he's got to do now is stick to his guns and
better
officially reject
stick
this
to his
lying,
guns.
cheating, manipulative gold digger.
All right, Elias. Well, on this piece of paper, write yes or no if you can see yourself pursuing a relationship with her. Is she wifey material?
Okay.
Then, bro, if he says yes, boys, Brett was starving out here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think he had the most sensible answer, honestly. But we'll see.
Oh no, this was not good.
He's thinking about it.
Bro, man, you can get
I'm
other
debating,
cheeks.
I'm debating.
What the hell is there to think about, Elias? You just pointed out all the red flags.
All the red flags.
The final verdict.
Man, ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro.
The title of this live stream is Men Will Never Become Red Pilled, and it's so obvious why. Because we've said this before too. You could never truly be something unless that thing is truly a part of you. So and mind you, right? If dudes were watching this video, they'll be like, oh, nah, bro, I'll never wife her. This and this and this. Oh, 50 bodies? Oh, she probably done smash my buddy. Oh, this and this and this. Bro, this is evidence. This may not be the best evidence because these guys are just looking to smash.
They looking to get some. Yeah,
but this is how dudes end up trapped in that kind of relationship, right?
Yeah. And I was just gonna say, like, you know, Fresh and Fit, how their chat would always be like, yeah, this, that, and the third about the ladies that they have on the show, but then they would have ordering their OnlyFans and subscribing and all that to the OnlyFans because they thirsty. They're addicted to the the things, and that's and they don't care unless all they want is to fulfill that thing that they want, and that's it. Like, they heard all the red flags, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody said yes. 3 out of 3.
Yeah. 3 out of 3. Yeah.
3 out of 3, man.
And I mean, that's the thing too. It's like you could say no to her being wife material, but then you could reach out to her afterward and see if you wanted to have sex with her. If that's
exactly
thing, right.
Exactly. So what about those numbers too?
Exactly.
What about the people that be like, nah, I can't because talking tough on the camera?
Yeah.
But then when the camera's off, they're like, hey, hold on. You know what I said on the show? I was just doing it for the cameras.
You remember? Do you remember? This was a thing. Actually, it's a thing on Fresh and Fit. They always bring on these women that are like P stars, OnlyFans, IG models and stuff, and consistently they say that whenever these women come on their streams, afterward these women have more subscribers, basically from the stream watchers, these men that are watching these red-pilled manosphere content. And that's exactly why I titled this stream that way, because men aren't really being red-pilled out here. They're really not. Like, they say they're red-pilled, they know the truth about women, but then they go out and they smash women on the side. If you're red-pilled, in my mind, you want to be married. You don't want to be going around smashing women, because apparently these women suck. So why would you want to be smashing them? But, Fresh and Fit have been exposed to be going on these sites where they find these girls and they kind of like try to, riz them up and talk to them and start relationships and all of this stuff.
They go on sites and things?
Yeah. They go on sites to find ladies.
Exclusive ladies or just regular ladies?
No, these ladies are on the sites to be found.
What sites we talking about?
Like kind of like sugar daddy type sites.
Oh, those
Those
ones.
Yeah.
Ones.
those ones.
That.
Yeah,
that's
it's
crazy.
very it's some sketchy stuff. So all this red pill talking stuff, no, these aren't really becoming red pilled. They're just like they have some knowledge now on women, and they're just gonna go out there and find some Tatianas to be wives. It's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep happening. You guys aren't making that much of a difference. It's gonna keep happening because that's how men are. It's not a knowledge issue. It's a heart issue. Your heart has to change about women, not your knowledge. Right? Like you can read all the books you want and still it's like the girl Pearly Things. Right? There's a thing out there about her that said, you know, one of her best friends said she was always talking about she wanted a relationship and all of these things. She's been on dates. The guys have never smashed or really wanted to and all of these things. And she was like studying up on marriage and all of these things. And it goes to show that it doesn't matter what you know about the other person that makes you better at picking them. Right? It's not knowing things about the other person. It's knowing how they operate, what the world view is. So if they have a crazy world view, but they're nice, kind people, you bet you're behind. And we're going to see that example here. This P-Star. So this is the Whatever podcast, right? And they're talking to a P-Star about, you know, this is why a woman's past matters. Now, this lady, she's nice. She seems nice. You meet her on the streets. She'll talk nice to you, whatever. She's just like every other person or kind or whatever. But her worldview, how she operates, is where the red flag is. So let's go ahead and switch that one.
Photo.
This is gonna be
Nick, I think. Don't worry, she's wearing.
Look at this photo, man. Look at this photo. Isn't this wild?
Wait, oh, that's her scene partner?
Yeah, I guess she did a scene with that guy.
First of all, this guy look a little too ridiculous.
Hey, man.
Yo.
Hey, man.
No, she's wearing pants. She's not naked.
Jesus. I was scared for
So
her.
I saw you. I saw
you
that
screen
on
it?
Twitter.
Yeah. My
And
mom
there's
saw
another
that too.
there's another photo that
Wait,
we definitely
what is your
can't
mom?
show. There's another photo that we definitely can't show.
Jeez.
So Molly, I love you, but that photo and the corresponding photo that comes with it, I gotta be honest. It sounds like you're in a relationship, you're happy, are you in love? I don't know. That photo though,
We're just friends.
it's gonna be a wrap for like
That's
90% of dudes, son.
Because they're
They
intimidated.
see that shit, it is a wrap, son. They see the other photo. The other photo, I can't show
What
it.
is
It's not
the other
YouTube.
photo?
Let's just say, somebody get me a fucking.
Can I see it at least?
Nah, we don't need
Am
to
I
see it.
insecure for that? Like,
No,
I'm sorry.
do
It's
you
a
want-
wrap.
do you
It
want-
is a wrap, son. I can't. Okay, sorry.
Do you want
I'm
children?
getting worked up. I'm sorry.
I do want children. I feel like
So-
I know where you're going with this.
Well, okay. I guess I want to ask one question.
Oh, by the way, this dude right here, he's in Christ, and he's
Okay.
he's a virgin, and I think he said
Oh.
he's 26.
Oh, man, dang, that's a big 26-year-old.
He's a power lifter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, power
Okay.
lifter.
So why did you get in the porn industry?
That's a very loaded question.
Does it have to do with like family background or?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I got into porn. It was a personal choice. I wanted to get into
Sure.
porn, but I think what led me into sex work was stuff that was beyond my control, and it
Okay.
like formed my mental in a certain way. And now I live with that, and I make the best of it. And I think that when I was younger, like 18, like working at the strip club, I gained skills, like people skills, talking to people that I necessarily didn't really like or find attractive, and I got really good at making money off of that. No, yeah, I got.
Wow.
No, I will.
That's what, bro. What,
What kind of commercial?
bro? What? Isn't that crazy?
Bro, they trying to get people out here, bro.
What? Yo, that is like imagine this commercial like back in the 1920s. That's soft P, man. That is some soft P right there.
That's all kinds.
Wow.
Say she's very well spoken.
Like, I got really good at making money off that. So I was pissed because I wasn't making enough money for the effort that I was putting in. And I don't really care what people think of me, like, sexually wise. Like, I always want to be a good person. But
okay. So before you got into adult content, what was your thought process? Did you think, hey, I want to be a nurse? I want to, like, were there other options on the table? Like anything? Like photographer? Teacher?
You can think what you want about this, but I used to joke in high school that I would be, like, the best porn star if I got into porn. I think, like, I've always been a sexual person. I've always really enjoyed physical sensation.
So you can obviously say no, but do you mind me asking?
For Haram, I'll be pushing it. I agree. But yeah, so do you want to respond to either of those?
I definitely would take a herpes test if I needed to, but I also have never been put in the position where I need to take a test, and I've never had any symptoms, which has led me to want to take a test.
Do you mind me asking, like, would you mind sharing details about, like, your parents?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure.
Are they still together?
No. Is it shaped the way that I am for the better?
Hold on, real quick. Is that girl that asked you the question? Is she in Christ or no?
What, the P star?
No. The girl that asked her the question, the one in the brown right there, in between the guys.
No, I don't think so. You would think, right?
Well, I don't have enough to think, but I'm just curious if she's like with the guy at the end. Perhaps.
Yeah. Well, I guess you wouldn't think because you haven't seen enough of this, but I have.
Mm-hmm.
And the kind of questions that she asks, it's kind of pointed toward that direction, but you know, you could always be conservative without actually being a Christian.
Yeah.
That being said, I think it.
Do you think that if you didn't go through that particular event in your life, you would still be in the same industry that you're in?
I don't know. I've always had a passion for, like, animals. I love volunteering at the animal shelter, so I might have tried to do something with that. But I think ultimately, I probably still would have ended up doing OnlyFans. Probably still would have ended up going into porn from that because that's just the type of person I am in general.
Can we just pull up the photo one more time? Can we just pull up the photo one more time? Listen, Molly, I love you. You're very kind. Maybe it's the.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Aside from the sexual promiscuity.
That's why the word
what happened?
average exists.
Huh? The way she had her mouth on the microphone, she was posing.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Okay, you're all right. You didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Okay. So, whatever.
99% of men. That's average. I want to be above average.
I don't think that's
statistically
how the math
that's
works.
true. Whatever.
What's average?
So, whatever.
99% of men. That's average.
Aside from the sexual promiscuity.
That's why the word average exists.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, let me go back.
I think
to
for
argue.
99%.
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
99.
Sweet, but it's like.
Well, obviously her boyfriend's okay with it.
Yeah.
Else he wouldn't
Her
be dating
boyfriend.
her.
Well,
does-
I
But I'm
would
saying for
argue.
99%.
No, yeah.
No, I
So
know.
99% of men.
90% of men.
Aside from the.
I'm sorry, Molly.
Aside from the sexual promiscuity.
That's why the word average exists.
Yeah. Okay. So, whatever.
99% of men. That's average.
So he's saying that 99% of men wouldn't get with her knowing that she does this stuff and like having a picture like that out there that we saw. And she,
Oh yeah, that's wild. If the picture is what I can guess, that's wildly.
that's right.
Like, cause I'm guessing they're saying the guy was, you know,
Well
packing.
endowed. No, that's not what they're talking about. But you might as well guess that because he's structurally he's a bigger guy in stature.
That's what. Yeah.
But
And okay, go ahead.
but they're saying right now that 99.9% of guys wouldn't get with her, especially if she has pictures like that just surfing the internet, you know, just out there. And she's saying freak the average guys, but 99.9% is not average. It's like almost all guys, but let's keep going.
I want to be above average.
I don't think that's
Statistically,
how the math
that's
works.
true. Whatever.
I don't think that's how the math works.
Yeah, math. It's the standard deviation, and that's not 99%. But
Go ahead,
whatever.
Mason, go ahead.
Anyway, so aside from the obvious sexual implications with your job that would turn off pretty much any man, except very, very few. There are other things that are, I think, in the background that are super concerning. First, I kind of get the understanding that most people that go into the S-work industry, they do it because it's easy money, and they say, I usually hear the rhetoric, it makes me happy, I enjoy it, I like the attention, whatever. They give their reasons. I would argue that people nowadays have a increased tendency to seek instant gratification.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a problem. I think men and women suffer from that, but especially in the S-work industry, the instant gratification that is chased has way more damaging effects down the road than they are willing to understand. And somebody who is willing to suppress that knowledge is not going to have a good relationship in the end. Any man who is willing to say, I don't care that you are in this sexualized industry, because there is a tendency for instant gratification instead of prolonged gratification. Like when you go to the gym, you're not going to see a change instantaneously. My first day in the gym, I'm not going to get ripped. But someone who goes to the gym for 10, 20, 30 years, after 30 years, there is, well, muscular gains, but there's also, you can provide, like, you can be there for your wife physically, you can be there for your kids, your grandkids, and there are future gains to be had, future gratification that is just kind of absent. When you participate in S-work, it is instant gratification with the ignoring of major future consequences.
Like, do you consider like how this would? Because I know you said that you want to have children one day. Do you ever consider how that, like, your work might affect your children one day?
Yeah, I do think about it.
And do you think it will?
Of course it will. Negatively, it might, but I definitely don't think it will positively affect them, other than the fact that I'm able to, like, be financially stable. Yeah, for them. I think that it would either affect them negatively or neutrally, and I think that basically all depends on me and how I explain it to them.
Okay.
So I can pretty much promise
point,
you it will negatively affect them.
Why?
Why? Because that is
your kids
public.
Get bullied.
Why is she asking why, bro? Are you?
They're gonna get bullied for anything.
It's not really up to you. It's up to the internet.
Yeah, it's publicly on the internet. Most of your content, I'm assuming, is free on the internet. If it's
the only way you could protect your kids is if you locked them in the house, had no internet access, and just like made sure that they lived, breathed, and died in that same house without seeing anything.
I mean, I just hope I would raise my child well enough so that they understand that I'm a human being and that's my job, and not
sure, but that's
see
not
me
how
as
kids
just like a sexual object.
Yeah, but that's not how kids like perceive things. Kids are of course influenced by their parents, but they're very much influenced by their peers. And if their peers are going to school saying, "I saw your mom naked on the internet," that's absolutely going to negatively impact them. How their friends look at them, how people look at you and view your family.
I agree with that, but I also think that every judgment made says more about the person that makes the judgment rather than the person that they're judging.
Well, if
but
the
it's going to affect your kids. That's what they're saying.
If the judgment is if the assessment is accurate, then
if the shoe fits.
Again, I think that the bullying from the other children that would potentially come down from my children would come from parents that pass down negativity onto their children.
I mean, like bullying wise, go for it, Brian.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah, sorry.
I think
point, and I have to move on.
So, like, actions speak louder than words. So you say you're going to raise your kids in a way that makes them understand. You can say that until you're blue in the face, but if they see different, if your life shows different, then they don't care. Like, how many people here have been raised by parents who they talk a good game, but in action, they messed you up, which is heartbreaking. But a lot of people out there, like, their parents might say, like, I thought I was a good parent, blah, 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 but in actuality, they did a terrible job.
I mean, I know plenty of moms in the porn industry that have great relationships with their children, and they're great moms.
Okay.
I mean, that's anecdotal, but...
Like, you guys are speaking statistically, and I'm speaking from, like, real life.
She probably knows like three or like two people that it seems like they're great parents and they're great moms. What do you think, man?
Oh yeah, when everybody, yeah, you usually that's what is the case when somebody say, I know a lot of people that does this and that and third. It's not a lot of people. You know,
It's
but
not.
in the moment, it sounds the best and things like that. I have done that before in arguments. I try not to do it, but I've done it before. You know, so we all know what people are really coming from when they say a lot of people. It don't mean a lot of people.
Yeah.
They
It's
just
like-
mean like they know some people that do it. It's not a zero count, basically.
Mhm. And then the question too is like, all right, you know these people. What does the relationship look like when you're not seeing them? You know what I'm saying? Like, do they fight a lot? Do they talk to each other nasty? The relationship between the mom and the children are great, cool. But what is the children's relationships with people outside of the family like? What is their intimacy with other people like? What is the mom's intimacy life like? The mom is probably single, dealing with stuff. This girl also goes on later to talk about her boyfriend does OnlyFans, and she gets jealous and possessive, and she starts arguments because she doesn't want him to be with anyone else. She only wants his attention and his attention only. But then she talks about he goes to drop her off at P site production scenes. Like, he goes to drop her off at other dudes' house for her to get plowed over, and he kisses her goodbye, but she gets upset at him for doing the same thing. Can I get at the devil's a liar?
This is ridiculous.
This is crazy. It's absolutely. When I saw this video, I was like, we are in the Matrix.
This is crazy, man. Like, how?
I don't know. But obviously there's something's off with her. And I bet you dudes are gonna be reaching out to her websites to subscribe to her.
Yeah.
You know
I want to see what happened. Like people excuse me. Like some guys are gonna be like, yeah, I want to see how that episode went with that big black guy.
Yeah, I just wanna have evidence.
Yeah, like bro, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
crazy.
And that guy, her boyfriend, hey, he's doing the same thing too.
Because he knows he's not gonna go out there and be able to find a girl who he can do that with unless she's in the pea industry. She's in the pea industry, so it's
he can get different yams.
Yep.
Because she's getting different plantains.
I hear you on that one. I hear you. I see what you did.
I said that for your reaction, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you did. It makes sense. If you guys know what a plantain is, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. All right, man.
Okay.
You want to introduce us to your next video?
Yes. Ruslan sits with a person. Okay, I don't know his name. I forgot his name. He sits with a person that talks about Area 51. Area 51, where you have the aliens and everything like that. The whole talk about the hidden aliens. Are they hiding something? Is the government hiding something from us in Area 51? He sits down with a guy, and I guess his name is Wise Disciple. I guess he's now a Christian, and he's now converted his views, and now he's kind of like exposing that side of the truth, right? What are they hiding and things like that. So let's hop into it, man. It's a 12-minute joint. I don't know. I guess we could skip the first 3 minutes or so of the video, but let's see if we could hop into it.
Discovered with our technology in the furthest reaches of outer space that has all of the elements. Even if it did, you still have to explain biogenesis. where did life begin? If you're a non-believer, you say abiogenesis, which means it just happened. There was a primordial goo, and lightning hit a crystal or something. That's the famous Richard Dawkins explanation. One of the pushbacks that I got from my video was, well, what about Mars? Well, you talk about other galaxies, which was what I was saying is, yeah, other galaxies. You have to travel thousands and thousands of light years to get here.
Right.
They said, no, what about Mars? And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say this in the comments, but I'm thinking to myself, brother, stop watching movies. Like, this isn't Transformers Dark Side of the Moon. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's no life on Mars, dude. And if it is, it's not, right? It's not intelligent life.
Yeah, I mean, as
like
far as
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the argument of Mars is silly. So if for any type of meaningful life, you're talking thousands of light years away, which would have to break the laws of physics. Is that correct?
Well, as far as we know, in terms of sentient beings who can be alive physically, they would have to live for like 25,000 plus years, just to get here, and that just seems improbable. Now, I could be wrong. All of this could be wrong, and I'm saying stuff that later will be proved to be incorrect, and I acknowledge that. But I'm just saying, from my vantage point, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's not just me.
Yeah, no, I agree. And again, I've talked to friends that are scientists, and they've kind of said the same thing. Like, it's very unlikely and improbable that something that all of that can happen.
Yeah.
You know, they would have to be so technologically advanced and so different. And the constant like cliche image of aliens, you know, is super. It's kind of the same, you know, when you see them. But you pointed out that in other parts of the world, they're different. In other parts of the world, they're kind of some of them. Unpack that for me, because that was very interesting.
Yeah, so there's a really great book, and now I'm forgetting it, but it's written by a guy named Bates, B-A-T-E-S, Gary Bates. And all he did was he went and, because it's very hard to find one place that has all of the data collected in one central location. This book comes pretty close. So I would recommend that book. And he pointed out that when you look at accounts, because I think I talked about CAS, classic abduction syndrome cases, they'll talk about the description of the people that have quote unquote abducted them. And yeah, if you go like in other places, I mean, they don't look like gray beings with big black eyes like what we see here in the United States. Sometimes they look like tall Nordic beings. Sometimes they look like Bigfoot. They look like other things that, and again, this is an inference on my part, is probably more palatable for that side of the world. We think big, gray or big black eyes, gray beings, probably because of the movies that we've been influenced by, and also some of the accounts, from 1948 Roswell, all that stuff. But that would be my argument.
Yeah. Now, before we talk about the tie-in to the occult, which was very interesting, you said you had some experience with the occult prior to coming to salvation. What was that like?
Well, it was minimal, but like I said, so I rejected the gospel. I rejected my parents' faith. And so I just decided to go, it was very rebellious. I decided to go in the complete opposite direction. One of the things that I was fascinated by ever since a boy was the paranormal. There was I'll never forget, I was in, I think it was middle school, 6th grade. There was a paranormal section in my public school library. And I just went through there and got a bunch of books and started reading. And it was just a fascinating topic for me. By the way, no explanation from the church side to sort of tie it into a biblical worldview. I taught myself how to read tarot cards. I started communicating with spirits, grabbed Ouija boards. We went to haunted locations. It was a lot of, they do this now on the History Channel, ghost detectives or ghost investigators. I was doing that before those shows existed, and being obnoxious, inviting spirits to manifest themselves.
Crazy.
So in my house, I had a house in Vegas for a while. Yeah, the spirits would manifest themselves, but in benign ways. I mean, I had nightmares of people attacking me in my sleep, and I'd wake up, sort of grasping at the air, trying to fight my attackers. Lights would turn on and off, doors would open and shut in my house. I think the worst one was, and again, this is all benign, but I went to a house that a friend of mine had said he
says that's benign. Like benign, like if y'all don't know what benign means like something not like corrosive, or something not at the level at which it can hurt or damage you, which I understand. But lights and doors going off and on, closing, bro, that's not benign. Like dreams, like having dreams and that stuff, that's benign. But you're seeing it manifest in the physical. That's not benign. That means those spirits are literally right there with you. That's not benign, man. Whoa. Anyway,
he's saying it easy too.
He's saying it mad easy. But you know, I can understand for someone who's probably taking a deep dive into some of these crazy things, that probably wasn't even that crazy for him. He's probably seen some wild stuff.
And plus, I was gonna say, and plus at this point, he went through it already, so I don't think he's scared at the moment to speak on it.
True.
Too, so
yeah. Plus, I know those kind of people that get into those kind of things, they like seeing like messed up stuff. They're okay seeing those kind of things.
He thought it was haunted. He had experiences there. We communicated with the spirit with a Ouija board. Not much happened, but I just felt like I wanted to film it. So I grabbed my camera. We came back a week later, and we went into the house, and the entire floor, carpet and tile, was covered with dead insects.
Yuck.
It was incredible. And I was like, wow, that's kind of creepy. That graduated to
that's
other
kind
stuff.
of creepy.
You know, I learned how to hypnotize people.
Dude,
like,
chilling.
It was a free for all. And aliens. I lived in Vegas, so we went to Area 51. I went out there twice, and I went past the point that you're not supposed to cross.
You're wild, man.
Yeah.
I was an idiot.
You just went for it, huh?
I went for it. I got busted. So I don't know if you've been, but like there is a sign that says.
No, I've never been.
Yeah.
No, I have no desire to go. not chasing aliens, man.
Yeah, don't. It's not. And I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I figured out where Area 51 is. There's a turnoff that nobody knows about, but I found it. And so me and my friends went down there, and there's a sign that says, because it's Groom Lake, it's a government facility. There's a sign that says, if you pass this point, we will shoot you. Of course, I went past it. And because if I can describe it, and hopefully I don't get the government's watching this, there's a winding road between two tall hills. And so I just wanted to see the facility. So we're coming around the bend, and there's more hills. And so I'm telling my friends, let's get out and let's climb up the hill and look over. We climb up the hill, and I bump right into a 6-foot tall metal tripod with like measuring equipment on it and video camera. And I freak out. So we run back to the car and we peel out and leave. And then like 2 minutes down the road, I'm like, wait. That was nothing. Let's go back. So we go back, and I get out, and we were met with military police.
What'd they say?
They didn't say much. They pointed and told us to turn around.
That was it?
That was it. And that was God's grace.
Yeah.
Because that could have been worse.
They could have shot you. They could have shot you. So you're enamored with all this stuff. Now, talk excuse me.
Yeah.
And to the point where you were hypnotizing people?
Yeah, to me it was a joke. Yeah. And that's what I want to relay as a takeaway.
To you it was a joke.
It was a joke, man.
Dabble with stuff and think it's just fun and games, or maybe think that there's some power of suggestion or whatever in it, and then but then you're actually dabbling in spiritual matters that you shouldn't be dabbling with.
That's right.
You know, and so connect the dots for those who are watching in terms of how the folks who have these encounters with aliens.
Do you think you'd be happier as a boy?
Lord help us.
Tend to
that commercial
connections to the occult.
Well, that appears to be the end result of their encounters with these beings. And I say beings because I don't believe at all that aliens are actual physical creatures from another galaxy. I think they're beings that have come to our dimension from another one. And I mean, if you don't even need.
Remember that video, that short you sent? Oh, that short you sent us. That short, bro. Another dimension, bro. The spiritual dimension.
Man, can you pull?
That's
that
where
up?
they coming from.
Can you put that in our? Can you send that to our email so I can pull that up here?
I don't know if I can. I would have to search. Okay. Let's continue this video, and then I can search as we're watching this.
Cool.
Need to be a believer in Jesus Christ to get there in terms of an inference. I think the evidence is strong enough to get you there. You don't even have to believe it. But of course, as Christians, in our worldview, we have an explanation for this, you know? And that's where I said that these are demons. If you think about demons and you think about their
exactly.
Goals, this is right in line with what you see when you read about classic abduction syndrome cases where people will say, I was abducted, and they were communicated to by aliens. The stories vary, but what they'll say is, we are the ones who created life on Earth. We, implanted life on Earth, and now we're back to bring about some kind of utopia. We're going to solve the world's problems. What's interesting is a lot of people, after they have encounters, and it's always multiple encounters, it's not just one. So these people will be revisited. And over the course of their visitations with these beings, they'll become much more friendly to the occult, to pagan occultic practice, where it's more universalist in nature. All religions lead to the same thing, but at the top are the aliens as the ones to be worshipped. And then, of course, it's sort of, there's an antipathy towards Christianity. And so you'll hear sometimes in the language like of the aliens communicating to people like, well, Jesus was just another alien traveler like us, which is anti-gospel.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what happens. And there's, like I said, the best book on that is, it's all collected together. It's the book by Bates.
Yeah.
It's an eye-opener.
Hey, this was just a small snippet of a...
Wow. That's pretty wild. Were you able to send it?
I'm about to.
All right.
I'm about to right now.
So, by the way, we did a podcast on this, and I think we did it in season 2, where we talked about the idea of aliens, because some of the subscribers wanted us to talk about aliens.
Oh yeah, Mr. Alien wanted us to talk about aliens.
Yeah.
All day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember.
And we talked about this, and we came to the same conclusion that indeed aliens are not aliens. They are demons disguising themselves as aliens.
Yes. Yeah.
So that people can think on things outside of the spiritual realm. And actually, Mr. Ed just sent me this video.
Yeah, we got one, man.
And I want to play it for you guys real quick.
And before we play it, right? Because we know that those things exist, but just something about like when you see examples, it just make you think like, oh shoot, like, yeah, it is what it is. And
indeed,
it's not only a reminder, but it's like, oh shoot,
yeah,
like we have no control over that. There's no control, and so just seeing this example, guys, or this short, it might be a little bit strange for you to take in. Like, oh man, and I'm gonna wait to say this scripture, but there's a scripture that came to my mind when I think about this after I watched the video. The scripture that came to my mind, I'm like, oh okay, well, because we know. Well, just play the video and then I'm gonna, because I don't want to give it away yet. I want them to watch the video and then me explain it.
Okay, so real quick. If this short doesn't do 2 things, 1, blow your mind, or 2, make you sit there and think for a little bit, I think you have a lot to think about.
Yeah, you sleeping.
You are
sleeping, baby.
And then we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that woke sleeping stuff. Right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
You are asleep. I don't like saying it, but you're sleeping, man. You gotta wake up. We're trying to like take you out the matrix. We're knocking on your door. We're trying to like wake you up. Like we're gonna pull the plug on you right now. This is what we're trying to do.
Let's do it.
Excuse me, officer. Would you like to buy some marijuana? I'm thinking maybe $40.
Give me the bag.
What is this?
Hey, what's in your hands?
There's nothing in my hands.
What's in your hands?
Nothing, I
Open your
swear.
hands.
All right.
Oh, what are you, a comedian?
Actually, officer, I'm in the...
Okay, up against the wall, Houdini.
Yes.
You hiding something?
In a matter of speaking.
You hiding something?
Possibly.
He's probably hiding something.
Oh, we got something here?
Hey, man.
Listen.
You got something? You gonna pull out of something doggone foam decorative.
That's wild. All right.
Dimensional creature has locked some precious gems away in a safe. She's checked the safe from every angle and is sure that no one will be able to break in without a key. but she hasn't taken into account the idea that a three-dimensional creature, such as myself, might be peering in from above. She doesn't even know the concept of above. I could steal these gems without a key and without damaging the safe, and she would have no idea how they were taken. We should keep an eye out for ourselves. A four-dimensional creature could steal from our safes without a key, could take the yolk from an egg without breaking the shell, appear in a closed room, or see inside of our brains. The fourth dimension is perpendicular to all of our normal 3D space directions, and we have no walls up against that direction. This
pause it right there, and then how she's explaining it is creepy. On top of it, like
yes,
her it's like she knows something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she knows exactly what she's explaining. Like she's explaining what she's saying, but this another message she's saying. It's like she's saying something else at the same time, like a hidden message. You know?
Yeah.
But what scripture came to my mind though, man, and you're probably thinking about the same thing, was how the Bible describes how Satan loves to steal, kill, and destroy.
Mm.
You know, and he doesn't only do that. You know. Well, I'm gonna go from here, but you know, Satan and his team, they love to steal, kill, and destroy. And one thing that came to my mind about that when I was thinking about this verse is that, you know, we know he don't have access to certain things. You know, like I don't know at what level, but I don't think he has access to your brain.
Right.
I don't think he has access to your brain. Only God can see that part. But is it possible that he can see, because you know he's been around for a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they know patterns. They have stats on patterns. You know, they know the game. They know how to get people tangled up in stuff and how to plant a seed that will trickle down into something else. And it's interesting how she says a creature looking from above, like looking from outside your dimension. And that's what the enemy does for those who don't know, is that they look outside. They're around. We just can't see them. We can't, this physical dimension, we can't see them with our eyes. They're outside of this dimension. And they're watching and observing you. They're looking at what you're doing when you go inside your house, if they have access. And for those who are in Christ, you know, it's a different story. If they have access to seeing what you're doing, they can see. And that scripture, seeking around whom he may devour, is another one where it's like, oh wow, like they're out there looking on what could be the next prey, you know. And it just made me think of those verses and how like they're able to steal, kill, and destroy, and knowing that they're outside of our dimension, looking in or from above, right? You can see how they can come in many different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also interesting that he's seeking to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Obviously, we see that manifest in the physical many times over.
Mm-hmm.
But how does that happen? Okay, so before we get into that, like just the idea, man, just think about it. Like this is a 2D object, right? And then think about, we're only able to see in 2D, and then someone 3D pops up in the object, right? You'll be able to see them until they move out of your 2D perspective, and now you can't find them anymore until they decide to come back in your view. And it's the same thing when you see angels showing up to people in the Bible, all throughout the Bible. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, they can appear, they can let you see them if they want you to.
Yeah, and look, and just from this description, it helped me understand a little bit how you know, Jesus was walking through the door and through the wall. Remember how he came to meet them in the upper room?
Yeah.
And he just walked through the
door.
Yes. he's not. He
He
yeah.
just
See,
appeared there. Yeah.
bro, you see what I'm saying? So like when you really just think about it for a second, and then you recall what the scripture says, like, oh shoot, well, of course,
Yeah.
yeah, it could if it's like this, he's coming outside in, and it's just wild. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's I think it makes a lot of sense. It makes even more sense, when you have this understanding of how the enemy works and how God works as well.
Yeah, that's true. Because I don't think people understand what she's talking about. Like, the fourth dimension, some people would say it's a theoretical thing. It may be out there, it may not be. There might be a fifth dimension. Okay. But from the 2-dimension to a 3-dimension, we can completely interfere with whatever's going on in a 2-dimension. From a 3-dimension to a 4-dimension, they can also interfere, but they have boundaries, right? God sets boundaries for what these people in the 4th dimension. Basically, if you haven't gotten the gist of it, we understand the 4th dimension to be the spiritual realm, the realm that we can't see, but we know exists. And people will be like, oh, but the 2-dimension can always interact with 3-dimension because they can see you. But I would also argue, just like the dude before in the other video, that you think that because of the movies and the shows that you've seen. We've seen those movies and shows and clips on YouTube where stick figures are interacting with human beings and stuff. That's what we can create. And that's the other thing you mentioned, planting seeds in people's heads. We have aspects of the 4th dimension in us because truly we are spirit people, right? So that's why we can do immaterial things like plant seeds in people's heads. That's why we can dream. We can what do you call it? Oh man, what's the word? We can build up. We can build people up with our words. You can't see words.
Oh yes.
Right? Or you can tear people down.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's why it says life and death are in the power of the tongue. Like you can give life to somebody by your words or bring death to them.
Down. Exactly.
Like really kill their spirit and demotivate them or get them off track. Let's say if somebody's trying to go to the NBA and he's like, well, you suck.
Mm-hmm.
That can hurt somebody and make them change their mind.
Yep. So yeah, that video is kind of wild.
It's wild, bro.
It's wild. When I saw it, I was kind of stuck for a minute because I was like, oh shoot, the enemy, the 4th dimensionals, they can plant thoughts in your head.
Yeah, and that happens is where, like, because I heard many people talk about this within the Christian community, how like you have those intrusive thoughts or thoughts that come out of nowhere.
Yes.
That's not from you, bro.
Yes.
That is not from us. That's not, because I still have those to this day where I'm like, hey man, what the heck? Get out of here with that. That's not from us.
It's not from us.
And the enemy is good at making us think that's from us. Oh no, you actually wanted that because blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yep. You remember the time that you did this? Oh yeah, that's why this thought keeps coming back. And it makes you feel trapped. It makes you feel like you can't do anything about those thoughts, but that's also a lie. Right? That's what he's good at.
Lie, man.
You know what I'm saying?
He's good. He got so much data on his success in tricking people. But he know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He know what he's doing, man.
And I will say from our physical realm into the spiritual realm, we're not dealing with physical things necessarily because we also have a spirit, right? So they can plant thoughts, they can influence people, and it's like they can do things that we don't even understand, but that is why having an advocate in Christ is your very protection, because Christ, who is in the spiritual realm, is fighting the battle for you every single day. He sent a helper to help you, to comfort you, to guide you, to lead you into all truth, so that when this other being comes with the lies and the deceit and the thoughts that could kill you, when he comes with those, you have an advocate, which is the Holy Spirit, which is there to comfort you. I mean, like when people see this stuff, they probably think all scientific and Fourth dimension, yeah. I wonder what kind of math they use. They don't give a crap about math, man.
Yeah, what kind of theorems and equational combination, bro?
Right? They understand math. They understand math 100 million times more than you ever will on this earth. Like
all these
that's
letters
not what they're worried
and
about.
symbols.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. They're here to plant thoughts in your head. So, yeah, that's that for that video. Cool little snippet. I feel like that lady is onto something. I'm gonna look into her channel and see what she's about.
Yeah, I don't, bro. The way she's talking is kind of creepy, man. Honestly,
know.
she's talking soft like that. Is no need. And then the way she's looking
There's
at the
no
camera, like, the way she's looking at the camera, like, yeah, hear what I like. It's like it's like she said, hear what I'm trying to tell you. Like, listen.
Yeah.
They're gonna come and grab it and take away. Like, bro, she's saying something, man.
She's saying something, man.
She's saying something. It's creepy.
It's probably going right over people's heads too, man. People are
Bro.
probably not even thinking about it.
And then look, and then this is another thing too. As we spoke about last week about, like, you know, how we talk about treasures here on earth is like, you know, decorations in heaven, bro. Like the enemy can set you up to get the materials.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, there we go. It stopped, didn't it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. They sure can. Mm-hmm. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that people just don't want to hear Christians out? Like, oh yeah, you claim that people in the Bible saw angels and they saw, you know, armies up in heaven, but bro, you claim that aliens exist? What the reason why I'm acting like that is that people discount what Christians believe in to be history. Like, angels appeared before people and people saw them, interacted with them, and understood that they were angels. And yet we have these demonic creatures that have obviously done no good for humanity, just randomly showing up and causing people to think negative and horrible things and leading them down paths of destruction. And you want to believe in that over like actual angels appearing to people? That's very confusing, because it's funny too that these aliens, they appear to specific people, but they appear for specific people to see them in the physical. But it's also interesting. That's not the real form. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is not the real form. They're playing into what we think we know. Yep. I mean, don't people love alien talk? Like, everyone is all about aliens. You know, they don't ever talk about, They don't ever talk about how it could actually be spiritual beings. It has to be physical. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Forget about. All right, man. Thank you guys for joining us on this live stream. We appreciate you. We will be back. Yeah, we'll be back at some point. Watch out for our videos, all right? Huh? Nothing, man. Don't worry about that, man. We'll talk about that. Watch out, we're dropping about 2 videos a week now, I think, so that should be consistent. Looking forward to you guys enjoying that stuff. Thanks for sticking around, Ra. And with that said, you have anything for us, Mr. Eddie Ed? Mm-hmm. All right. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.